Finding out if you have cancer could be as simple as swallowing a pill. Google is actually working on a pill that would look for cancer cells lurking deep in your body. Fascinating, right? Let's get more on this now from CNN Money tech correspondent Lori Siegel. It's hard to believe.
It is hard to believe, but it's interesting that Google is taking it on. And I think the idea is preventative medicine as opposed to reactionary, right? So if we can find out if there's symptoms of cancer way before we go to the doctor, maybe we could treat it a little bit better. But there's a lot of science that has to happen in order to do that. Andrew Conrad, who actually heads up Google X, he described exactly how it would work at a conference recently. Listen to what he said.
You swallow a pill with the nanoparticles, and they're decorated with antibodies or molecules that detect other molecules. They course through your body, and because the core of these particles are magnetic, you can call them somewhere. You can, if you look at your wrists right here, you'll see that there's these superficial veins. Just by putting a magnet there, you can trap them, and you can ask them what they saw.
And, you know, what's interesting, and what he went on to say is, imagine if, and the metaphor he used, he said, imagine if you want to go look at a different country. You wouldn't just fly over, you'd go in and you'd mingle, and that's the idea behind this. Obviously, you know, this idea isn't necessarily new. Nanotechnology has been around for a very long time. I got on the phone and I spoke to someone who's been doing this kind of research for decades, and he says, you know, they're saying that this could work in 5 to 7 years, but there's the FDA, there's regulatory issues, and there's a lot that has to happen. But the idea that Google has really stamped this, that they put their name on this, that they're going to bring in smart people and put a lot of money into it, is very exciting for the technology and the medical community.
That Google is doing. I know they have this secret lab. What else is coming out of that lab?
It's so interesting. If only we could get inside Google X, which is a super secret division that no journals, they really don't allow many of us in. But what they're doing is all these crazy things that are different from search. Driverless cars, Project Balloon, which is essentially high altitude balloons that are beaming Wi-Fi into rural areas, Google Glass, and also this one's interesting, glucose measuring contact lenses for diabetic patients. So really interesting that they have almost, it's like they have a wing of passion projects that they're also working on along with search.